Hi friend, it feels like winter has finally decided to pay us a visit here in Oxfordshire. After an unusually warm start and amidst many sprouts shooting up from the ground midwinter, we are now well into -Celsius temperatures every night. The ground is covered in thick and crispy white frost, and I can only hope that the daffodils, snowdrops and anemones, which began sprouting a few weeks ago in my front yard, can withstand this cold season. It seems that this sort of winter isn't anything new in England, and the weather here has been misbehaving for at least a century. I read something similar in the diary dating back to the beginning of 1900s. January 23rd, 1906. Sharp frost and thick fog in the early morning. Every twig on every tree and bush was outlined in silver tracing against the sky. Some of the dead grasses and seed vessels growing by the roadside were especially beautiful, every detail on them sparkling with frost crystals in the sunshine. The gorse was in bloom till within a week or two ago, but the sharp frosts of the past week have nipped off the bloom. The mild winter has brought out the hazel catkins wonderfully early. The small green flowers are fully expanded on some of them. I wonder if, instead of my lovely flower garden, we will see heaps of snow in the coming days. The seasons are fleeting, and early mornings are perfect for observing the ever-changing nature of life. It's still dark when I leave my porch, and by the time I reach my destination, the sky develops spots of purple and pink, which disappear all too fast. The river turns pink too, reflecting the sky, covered in light mist which comes to surface with the rising sun. And soon enough, the sleepy cold-hued morning turns bright orange, sun rays protruding through the trees. Morning frost shimmers in many different colors, as if someone scattered gemstones all around. Many voices of birds echo through the field. They're hiding in tall grass by the pond and in the branches of old trees. Red kites occasionally fly above my head, their wings magnificently large and bright red from the sun. There's something eerie about these birds of prey. I stand still, quietly listening to their voices in the sky. I've never seen red kites before I moved out of the big city, and now they became my favorite part of the rural scenery. I decided recently that apart from my morning walks, which add a bit of activity to my otherwise very still lifestyle, always busy staring at the screen of a computer, phone or camera, I also want to change my diet. I've always had a mostly plant-based diet, but lately, especially last month over festive period, I've been consuming too many sweets and dairy-heavy cakes. Years ago, I used to eat foods completely free of gluten, refined sugar and fat, and whilst I don't see myself coming back to that lifestyle, I wanted to try a recipe from around the same time. I bought a huge pack of dates the other day, so I made these 5-ingredient cookies with only dates, walnuts, oats, peanut butter and almond milk. I combined all the ingredients in the blender and baked for roughly 15 minutes. Not gonna lie, nothing compares to properly buttery and sugary chocolate chip cookies, but I found this to be a great and filling alternative for when I'm craving a dessert. One thing that I appreciate the most about making food like this is not the health benefit even, but the idea of making something delicious using the most real and most simple ingredients. The idea that often we don't need to use any artificial or flavor-enhancing ingredients to make foods which are both good tasting and nutritious. I of course love things that are more extraordinary. I love flavorful and sweet, salty, or very spicy foods, and I feel joy whenever I combine flavors like that and it tastes good. But I feel an equal amount of joy when I achieve a flavor just as great by removing and simplifying rather than having the need to add more. It was a brief moment of winter warmth outside. The scent of wood smoke coming out of the chimneys in the nearby village filled the air. The earth was wet and muddy as the morning frost has already melted into the ground by now. So much that my boots were heavy from the lumps of dirt stuck to the creases of the soles. The sun shines brightly these days, peeking through the blankets of fog. My mind is busy, chasing the sunlight each morning and night before it shines too bright or disappears at the horizon. I grab onto these moments perhaps too frantically, greedily taking them all to myself as I point my camera in their direction. How can every corner of English countryside be so beautiful? Sometimes I wish I could clone myself and look in multiple directions at once, without having to choose between the pink moonlit sky, a flock of birds landing on the water, or building up fog at the foot of a hill. All disappear too fast if you fail to look at the right minute. And I constantly have to remind myself that while I'm here frantically chasing moments, they fleet even faster without a chance to truly appreciate them. I slowed down and let this evening imprint in my memory instead. I will come back here again, and so someday will the new moonlight. These moments of quiet when I let go and surrender to the sky and the trees and the water glistening in the last rays of sun are the times when I can truly appreciate life as it is here and now, before the new inspiration strikes and we run again together under the fading sun and the full moon into the dreamland.